Hello, my name is Kiriath, and this is part 1 of today's Adepticon coverage. This is the hits from Games Workshop. We're going to do things a bit differently this time round. This video is going to contain all the stuff I really like from Adepticon, and then the next one is going to be the stuff that didn't quite hit the mark for me. And interestingly, there's at least one thing that is going to be in both. Look, there's so much stuff revealed that I just want to try and make it so this video isn't an hour and a half long, because it's a real risk of being like that if we're not careful. So, we're going to start with the Ash Waste stuff, because I was really hoping they'd show off more of the Nomads, and they did. So we took a look at the Ash Waste Nomad on Tuesday, and I absolutely loved that model. It was absolutely fantastic, brilliant, wanted more, and we've got more, which makes me happy, funnily enough. So this is the box set for Ash Wastes, where we've got more Nomads, and we've got some other stuff as well. So it's essentially the same gang warfare, but to the barren wild. Nice. Also, contend with howling winds that will strip the flesh from your bones. Nice. Nice. Yeah, so this is the contents of the box. We've got 2 gangs in there. Yes, you can see some weird, spindly insect boys there. I'm so happy. They look so good. Some of this stuff has got like a real, 60s sci-fi aesthetic to it. The riders, at least. I really like it. So we've got a bunch of new scenery, like elevated walkways, kind of like, I'm assuming hab units that are raised above the ground. The ground itself, like the mat that they've made for this, does feel quite Mad Max, which I quite like. And you've got your usual array of measuring bits and all that stuff. It looks like a decent box, to be fair. Quite a different box from any of the previous Necromunda stuff, which is nice. So interestingly, the other gang is House Orlok Prospectors. So we've got a brand new gang in the form of the Nomads, but we've also got a return of Orlok as well, with, as you can see, a couple of little buggies there. I kind of like that there's an established and a new. I think I would have wanted to see 2 completely new ones, to be totally real, but I don't know, maybe they just decided that they needed the continuity, like having an established house be out there battling with these guys maybe thematically made a bit more sense than just here is what looks like a totally different setting, but based on the same thing. Maybe that's why they did it. Either way, the Nomads make up for that completely for me, because it looks so good. So good. Oh, yeah. There's just loads of little details. Loads of really nice little details. We've got that really long, las rifle, still looks great. All the cloaks and the hoods, the rebreathers look fantastic. We've still got more of those kind of what look like distillation things, which I'm still not sure whether that's actually what they are. I did do a skim of the article, and I don't think I saw a full-on explanation as to what that is. But still, that is an ugly-looking knife as well. Sword? Knife? Sword? No? Really, just a hunk of metal on a stick is what that is. It's the lad we saw on Tuesday, along with another. Oh, I like the bandage look around the boots. Like that looks like it's just strips of leather that's just been wrapped around them over and over again. Also, is that a missile launcher? It is, yeah. But with something cut away on the top. That looks extremely risky. Extremely risky. Love it. Fantastic. Yeah, I really like these. I really like them. The overall style is really, really nice. I actually really like the fact they've all got these banners on the back. It's almost like it's kind of providing mobile shade, almost. If that's the rationale for it, I really like that. A nice variety of weapons as well. This feels super solid to me. This feels super solid. There's loads of really nice little details that vary from model to model. So there's plenty of parts that are repeated by the look of things, but there's also a lot of little just bits of individual ornamentation going on. Like you can see there's that plate that's wrapped onto the arm with the bandages there with the horn on it, and also one of the boots has been covered over with fabric. Compare that to the guy next to them, like the helmets look very similar. In fact, I think they might be the same helmet, but the details on the other model are totally different all the way across. Yeah, I think they've done a really good job. Really good job with these. They look absolutely great. We've also got these House Orlok dune buggies as well, which look kind of cool. For some reason, the fact that the front and rear wheels are totally different sizes, it's throwing me, but I'm not entirely sure why. Other than that, I quite like them. They look fairly rugged, fairly workhorsey, not too ornamented. I feel sorry for the lad on the back, though, because that does not look comfortable. That looks extremely uncomfortable, but hey. The dune buggies look good, but they don't look as good as these. The Dustback Helamites, which are so, like, 60s sci-fi, and I'm absolutely here for it. Look at them. Yeah, I don't know. I like these a lot. I really do. They are very weird. Very weird. But they're so cool as well. Like, I was expecting more vehicles, like more like bikes, more quad bikes, more like maybe a few tracked arrangements. But no, we got giant insects instead, and I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. Just in terms of pure surprise and what I was not expecting this, I'm in favour. They went out of left field on it, and yeah, I'm totally happy with this. I really like it. This box is worryingly tempting. I don't like it. I don't like how tempting this is. And yeah, like the dwellings and stuff, the buildings, they look really cool. The overall layout is just, yeah, that's a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. So the box will have the hardback rulebook containing updated core rules and brand new mechanics for battling the Barren Lands. Well, yeah, because you need mechanics for the vehicles and stuff, including new location damage and control dice for your vehicles. What do we reckon? Do we reckon a mix of like Necromunda and Gaslands is going on with this? Because that would make sense, right? I'm super interested to see what this is like to play. I really am. It could be a lot of fun. So that's the first hit of the day. I wanted more nomads. They gave me more nomads. I can't complain about that. The second is this. So we've got a new Chaos Knight. We saw some Rumour Engine stuff a while ago, and it looked like Chaos Knight stuff, and it is. It is in fact Chaos Knight stuff. I really like this, with one exception. Like, there's just one little exception to the rule here. So we've got the War Dog Carnivore and the Abominant, right? So the Carnivore is basically, it's a War Dog, but it's got a chainsword and a big claw. So all close combat, full close combat gear, just runs in, cuts, grabs. I'm in two minds about the skull face thing, right? I like it. I hope it's not the only option. I hope that there are other options in there. I would prefer it if there were. I don't think it looks bad. I actually do like it, but I think it would look a little bit samey if they all had that one face. I quite like the variety that you can get out of the knights in terms of the different helmets, and I don't want to see that go away with this particular version of it. It is really nice that we now have War Dog options that have got a similar carapace and similar shoulder pads to the big knight, though. That is really nice. Like, you can do it yourself, and in fact, I have done it myself for my own War Dogs, but I don't know, having the option out of the box, I love converting and kit bashing stuff. Not everyone does, so having that be there, that's a big deal. That's quite nice. And also, doing all like the pipe work along the side of the carapace, that's something that, frankly, I can't be bothered to do. So the fact that it's on this one, yeah, I like that a lot. So yeah, armed with a Reaper Chain Talon and a Slaughter Claw, the Carnivore can tear its way through anything from Dreadnoughts to Trigons. We'll see. And the other thing, the Abominant. So I really like this, okay? There's one thing about it, though, that I'm not a fan of. Just the one thing. Technically, 4 things. I'm just not feeling the birds. That's it. That's my entire criticism gone, out of the way, done, finished. That's the only criticism I've got. I mean, how can I not like this? I absolutely love the Chaos Knight. I think it is one of the best chaosified things that Games Workshop has ever made. Seriously, genuinely. They took the Imperial Knight, and the fact they managed to keep the same silhouette whilst changing certain aspects of it so that it's unmistakably chaos, I think it's just like a borderline genius adaptation, right? And this is that. It's pretty much the same thing. In fact, is this just going to be an additional sprue? Let's have a quick look. So, I mean, yeah, it's got like a big Volkite gun. It's got the mechanical tentacles of Joy and Delight. Oh, and it's a Psyker. Yes, I should mention that, yeah. And it's a Psyker. So actually, the birds, the vultures on top, could be a nod to the fact that it's a Psyker. It could be like a familiar thing. But I don't know. I'm not feeling those, but I love everything else about this. Also, it's got a tail. It's got a big old tail. And once again, love it. Absolutely love that little detail. Okay, so it doesn't say. To be honest, I feel like it would make sense if this was an additional sprue that was chucked into the existing kit, because looking at it, carapace is the same, shoulder pads are the same. It looks like where the birds have got like those little nesting things. They're not trees. Is it like bone? Is it bone that's coming out of the carapace on the shoulder pads? Maybe that's what it is. It looks like they could. Yeah, it looks like those go in the same sockets that are already on that are already on the knight. And in fact, the little grill that's on the carapace as well, the little grill has got that cut in it, which is exactly the same as the existing kit. So I would not be surprised if it's just another sprue chucked into that box. That wouldn't surprise me at all. But the options are great here, right? You've got the big old Volkite gun, which looks fantastic. I really do like those tentacles. They look really cool. The addition of the horns onto the faceplate, I love that stuff. That's a conversion that I've seen loads of people do, where they've taken the horns off the is it the Stone Tusk from Age of Sigmar, and they've like put it onto the face of the Chaos Knights. It's something that every time I see someone do it, I'm like, oh, I should do that at some point. And this just comes with it now. So that's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain about this. It's the thing that I already love with more options. That's pretty much it. As I say, the only thing is the birds. But that could be a signifier as to the whole Psyker thing. And I don't think I would mind it that much, but it's not something that's consistent with the rest of it. But then if it's supposed to be a unique signifier, then it wouldn't be consistent with the rest of it. So, yeah, all in all, absolutely solid. Love it. Love the Abominant. Nicely done. So in Knight-related news, we're getting Codex Imperial Knights and Codex Chaos Knights. So those are on the way, which is cool. Along with that, there's going to be a new army set, which has got the Abominant and a pair of War Dogs in there. I mean, it does say right there, it's going to be an army launch set containing the new Codex along with all new models. The confusing thing is that the artwork and the picture on the box in no way suggests that the War Dogs are on there. But apparently they are. I mean, it says right here, there's going to be an army launch set containing new codex with all new models, Knight Abominant and pair of Savage War Dogs. So just bear that in mind, because that I can see that being confusing, to be totally honest with you. It looks like what you're getting is one Knight in the codex, but yeah, it's got all of it in there by the look of things. Be interesting to see what the price of that is as well. I'll be honest though, I'm still really tempted because I like everything in there. It's so bad. It's so bad. And I want to expand my Knights anyway. I always want to expand my Knights. I'm just being very good and not doing it until I've finished the War Dogs I currently have. But, you know, if I had them finished by the time that was released, then I'm just not. We're moving on. I'm going to stop thinking about it. I'm going to stop thinking about it, alright? Next up, we've got some Horus Heresy stuff. So there is a new edition on the way for Horus Heresy. There's also an amazing cinematic trailer, right? Which I will put a link to in the description. You should go and watch that. It's really, really good. Also, there's a tank in there that looks different to what is currently available. It looks like a Sakaran, but it also doesn't, because it's only got a single barrel gun on the turret, and I think it's got two other smaller turrets in front of the main turret. It's hard to tell because there's lots of smoke and flame, but I don't know, it looks kind of different and interesting. So, we have here a Beaky. Funnily enough, we already knew this was a thing. We already knew. We've seen the box. The box is the worst kept secret. Apparently on the stream they referenced that it's like that there's the new box coming, and I mean it says on this page, I forget where, but somewhere on here they talk about the fact that there is a new box on the way. This really just confirms what we already knew. It looks okay. The pose is a bit odd for some reason for me on this one. I think it's because it looks like the shin is turned out a little bit, which I don't know. There's something about it on the legs. Then again, the legs are longer than we're used to on Space Marines. This has got more of a Primaris scaling feel to it, so it might be just that's throwing me. But yeah, it's a Beaky in Sons of Horus colours, and it matches what we've already seen. So, I mean, we just know, don't we? There's also a plastic Praetor, which this feels very Blanche, this, to me. There's a lot of like gothic detail going on, all the like reinforcement studs, also the sheer girth, the absolute girth of this lad is off the scale. Look, he's like as wide as he is tall. Absolutely mental. It really does feel like it's crawled straight out of a drawing, and I really like it for that, but it is also extremely, I don't know, that to me says chaos more than anything else. I mean, it's just you'll need someone to lead them into battle. Say hello to a plastic Praetor, and they're only talking about Beaky Marines. They're not talking about like a specific legion. Yeah, that's some chunk, right? That's some heft on that fella. Jesus. So it says right here, the Praetors are some of the first kits moving to plastic, making the game more approachable than ever before. If you're a fan of the lore of Horus Heresy, etc., etc., both miniatures will be in the launch set for the new edition, which will have more details coming very soon. So yeah, We know. Now we're going to swing wildly back into a bit of chaos here. I'm going to play this trailer, but I'm not going to play the music because I'm sick of getting goddamn copyright claims. They're not even real. They're not even legitimate ones, but for some reason, someone out there has got it out for this channel when it comes to this stuff. So, let's take a look at this, right? We're not doing sound, but we can still take a look at the visuals, if you will. 1 wound currently, and now 2 wounds. Finally! It's taken so long! So what do we reckon here, right? What do we reckon? What do we reckon? Let's go back a little bit. Let's just skim through. So there we go, 2 wounds. We've got a big old shoulder pad with what looks like some sort of... I mean, it's got the painted eye in the centre, yes, but beyond it, we've got what looks like a big tube. It looks like there might be a sword or something off to the left there, screen left. I mean, to be honest... From certain angles, we've got a big old chaos icon there. If we go back a little bit more, to me, this kind of that looks like a what's that? So cloth hood band. Is that a helmet at the top there? In fact, is that a coat of some sort? And then there's a helmet up top. We've got a strap holding a metal shoulder pad on. You can't really tell the scale of this, but that could quite easily be something that is, like, guardsman scale, couldn't it? We've got a big wing, massive wing. Got a big old skull in another chaos icon, breathing out flame. I mean, to be honest, some of this, we've got a bit, that's holding a Primaris helmet by the look of things. Just a normal-sized hand. Is it a normal-sized hand? Maybe a little bit bigger than normal. Got a big old knee plate there. By the look of things. So at first I was like, is this made... What are you looking at? At first I was like, is this a new demon prince of some kind? Be kind of cool if it was. And then we've got some sort of weird creepy mouth like vomiting out blood of some kind. After 10,000 years the Imperium shall glow no more. We return and this time we'll have 2 wounds. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there. Oh, mind you, they've said sometimes that means you end up as a chaos spawn. Maybe that's a reference to what's in there. Maybe there's some chaos spawn going on. So yeah, new codex on the way that we actually get the 2 wounds that we've wanted for so long, and a slathering of new miniatures. Wait! I just thought of something. Hang on a second. Hang on. Where's that icon gone? That icon right there. That one. The Defiler has a chaos icon that sticks out just above and behind the head. I don't think that's... Oh, mind you, I don't think that's what this is, actually, looking at it. Because you've got, like, teeth and weird stuff going on down there. Teeth and fangs. Surely they're not remaking the... I mean, that could work for it. I'm just getting hopeful over stuff that probably isn't going to happen. But yeah, we have more. We have more chaos stuff on the way, which is never bad. Never bad. I'm going to take a bit of a shift into AOS here because we have a new Nighthaunt character, which I absolutely love. Absolutely love this. Absolutely fantastic. So, Aurak the Drowner... It was a wicked ferryman who killed those he was supposed to be transporting. So now we've got this lad. And he's in a boat, and he's got an oar, and he's got the roses wrapping around the oar handle, and there's a big rib cage coming off the front of the boat, and there's spirits coming out of the ground, and they're putting money in his chest. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. Fantastic model. Absolutely great. There's no part of this I don't like. I would give this a rare and coveted 10 out of 10. Genuinely. I just think this is fantastic. It looks brilliant. I want one immediately, and that is... Surely that is the highest of praise, right? Yeah, love it. Absolutely love this. It's just so good. It's so good. The manacles, attaching him to the oar. Oh, man. Man, that is so good. So many cool details. We also have a Norse Blood Bowl team, which looks kind of cool. There's some cool sculpts in here. They look suitably angry and barbarian-esque. I'm loving the fur-lined boots and fur-lined shorts as well. Yeah, these look cool. The Viking helmets are greatly appreciated. Drinking horns on the belts there as well. Nice tankard of ale going on. That guy is extremely werewolf-like. Yep, liking that a lot. Yeah, I like these a lot. So they've got Valkyries, Berserkers, and Ulf Weariners? Ulf Weariners. Sure. That's definitely how you pronounce that. I bet it's not. Yeah, that's a really cool team. I like these a lot. They are good. And finally, we're going to bridge the gap between the hits and misses, right? So this is this is the Realm of Beasts comes to life at Adepticon. So this is a place called Thondia. It's in Ghur. It's like out there it is, yeah, the ravenous alpha continent of Ghur. And this is like a box of terrain and stuff, and there's going to be rules and things. This is kind of cool, but only some of it is. So this model I really, really like. It's a Chronospine incarnate of Ghur, so it's a manifestation of amber magic, and it's a new type of unit that's part spell, part monster, and all danger. Fantastic, brilliant. I really like the sculpt. I think it looks really cool. The vertebrae being held together by the magic, and the overall shape and pose of it looks fantastic. I like the horns. I like the skull head. Like the teeth are really cool. Overall, I think that's great. And it comes in this box, which isn't great because I like a few things in here. I like the floating thing. I like the new Kronspite thing, and I like that big like just spinal column, huge bit of scenery. I mean, well, they're pretty sizable. Look at it. It's considerable, and it looks really cool. But this is a hit and a miss because I like 3 things in this box, and the other 4 things even are just bits of other scenery that they're thrown in there. Which I get why they've done it. It's like, okay, well, here's a potential settlement that's going to be built in this land, but you know what? I just don't think it fits. So this is a hit and miss situation. 3 parts of this are a hit. The rest of it, not so much for me. So yeah, there's the Megadroth remains and a cleansing Aqualith, which I really like those. I do, but I'm just not a fan of just slamming in a bunch of Stormcast scenery as well. It's just not great. The book looks great. Season of War Thondia. That's a really cool book cover. I really like that. But yeah, that's very much a hit and a miss, which will bridge us into what will probably be a shorter video talking about the misses, because there's not really all that many, to be honest. Anything in there that tickled your fancy? Anything you can't wait for, other than, of course, the Abominant and the Insect Lads? I'm sure you're absolutely frothing for those, as you should be. But is there anything else? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things. Patreon video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you would like. There's also one for Noble Knight Games in the US, if that takes your fancy. It is, of course, completely up to you. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.